Hello everybody and welcome back to the server. This is episode 5 and it has been a while since I made a video, but I'm going to try and get back into the swing of things here. Today we're going to work on the Nether Portal, and also as you probably just saw, we worked on the front of the ship bit. We got the basic shape down. There are a few things that I think I'm going to try and tweak later, but for now I think this is a good functional bit. And the next section I want to move on to is the back. And in order to do the back, we're going to need a whole bunch of warped stem. I've been working on that a little bit, but it's very, very tedious. And in order to make that easier, I moved the farm that I had set up over here. I moved that over here and built my first major redstone machine here on the ship. And this one, I think, is a whole lot of fun watching. So I'm going to go ahead and pop some bone meal in there, and I'll just kind of show you how it works. I built a modified repeater clock. Made it so that there's an observer that'll kick it off when I stand on this pressure plate, and I can turn it on and off by stepping on the pressure plate itself. And what it's going to do is it's going to push one side, and then it detects the movement with an observer underneath, and then it's going to use a dispenser to bone meal this section, and as it pops back and forth on repeat, it's just going to get me a whole lot of mushrooms. So I'm not holding any at the moment. So let's go ahead and see how many this gives me. And I tried using a couple of different clocks before I did this one, and they were so fast in running that only one side was popping, so I wasn't getting anything to go. And just like that, we've gone through an entire stack of bone meal. And I'll go ahead and pop up here and pick up everything, and we can see what we got. Cool, that should be everything. All right, and just like that, we were able to get another 60 warped fungus and a whole bunch of stuff I don't actually need at the moment. I'll hold on to the crimson fungus too. I've been doing that as I've been working on it. Just popping those in here, and as you can see, as I was testing and running this machine, I have acquired a lot of warped fungus, so I'm gonna have to take care of those in the future. I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with that. I don't know if I'm going to make an automated machine in growing those, but I'm gonna have to do something to make it easier on me. So definitely look forward to that in the future. I don't think that's going to be something I'm doing today, though. And the rest of this, I'm just going to pop in here. I don't need it, and it's just going to make more bone meal so that I can run that machine again when I need to. So the Nether Portal, I'm thinking I was going to try and use nethery bits and kind of try and make it look like maybe we picked up an old portal and fixed it up, improved it a bit. So I think what I'm going to do is make sure that I've got like 3 or 4 gold blocks, I think, is going to go into the decorating of this. And then the rest, obviously we need the obsidian, and then we're going to use initially probably some of this blackstone, throw in some more crying obsidian. As I also did in the video, I improved the lighting of the ship itself. That was kind of to try and help fix the underside. Make it so that it stood out a little bit, because it's awfully dark down here. It's still very dark. These don't put off a lot of light, but it does provide some interest, I think, in the build. And I think that's as far as these are actually going to go. I'm not going to continue going up with these. These are going to stay in the lower wood section. And then I'll come up with other lighting and other points of interest as I go. Initially, I think the build is going to look pretty boring on the outside, and then I'll dress it up later as I get a feel for what everything is going to look like, and as I make adjustments to a few pieces here and there to make the shape a little bit better. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and just grab some blocks here, and maybe I'll just use something. Oh, I've got some scaffolding. I can use that. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting things in place, getting ready, and I'll meet back up with you a little bit once I'm ready for everything to continue. All right, so we'll catch you all in just a moment. Alrighty, and I've gathered up some materials, some different things that I think I might use, but we're going to see how this starts looking. So the first thing, obviously, that we need to do is get the portal in, and I was thinking of doing a 3x5 for the portal itself, so that's going to be like 20 blocks. And then we'll decorate that, but we'll see what that ends up looking like here in a moment. Mostly because I want to get some scale in here, obviously, and to do that I'm going to have to just start building, because I don't have any formal direction or anything like that. I'm just putting things together. And what makes it even more fun at the moment is the fact that, you know, I've got my infinite lava generators going right there, the tops being exposed. So I'm probably going to have to cap those off at some point. But for now, we'll leave them be. So yeah, that's a pretty good portal size. So the next thing that I was kind of thinking is maybe taking some of these chiseled blocks and maybe just using those to decorate the corners of the portal. Oh, I missed. And hopefully that ends up looking good when I get it all in. And then both sides of the portal are going to end up needing to look the same, I think, simply because I'm not going to close one side off. So what one side has is going to be the design of the opposite side as well. And that really is kind of making me nervous right there, having that lava right beneath me. I like the light from it, but not so much the fact that I'm jumping up and down over top of lava. I could either get some glass or I can just deal with it. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and stick to this side at first. Okay, so we've got those pieces in. The other thing that I usually try to consider when I'm putting together something big like this is, like, how do I want to do mob proofing? Do I want to just have it so that I have light sources in specific spots, or I'm not spawn proof. I should probably fix that. Let's see, I left some. I am out of sticks, which is great. Fantastic. I've been very careful when I've been building to try and make sure that everything's been mob proof. That way I'm not in it, having to fight things off, or I'm not going to have a creeper show up right behind me and blow up what I've just done. So definitely want to try and get, and that's being illuminated by the lava. Okay, so we can stick back to this side. So as far as spawn proofing, I can either make the portal pretty dark in the general area and add some lights, and then just generally mob proof it by specific block placement. So like I could do some stairs here and then do slabs so that the mobs can't spawn, or I could just really work on making sure that as I'm putting the build together, I get the light in that I want. So I don't really have a plan on that specifically, so honestly I don't know where to go with that. I think I'm going to try it with the stairs first. So get a few stairs here and then some slabs. So if we do 3 of those, and let's just get like 20 slabs and we can see what that looks like. So I'm doing the polished blackstone for the bottom so that I can use the bricks along the top and not feel that I'm overdoing the bricks so much. And then now I remember why I actually had this here. Okay, so if I go here, now I can get up here and make sure that I didn't do this. Okay. That's pretty much what I want to avoid is making it so that I'm going to get a drop creeper on me. Definitely not my idea of fun. Generally, that's typically the thing that freaks me out the most if I go caving, is just knowing that a creeper could drop on me at any moment. And yeah, not super fun. I actually like that. I tend to like stepping up to portals just because it makes the portal stand out a little bit more when I'm looking at it. We're going to go ahead and do the other side too. And just do our best not to fall into anything bad. So what we can do is we can actually just kind of do it from here. What did I do? I did 3 out. So this kind of gives me a general shape here of what I could be doing with the portal. I definitely want to make sure that I get some depth in there as well. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe get some brick stairs so that I can add some depth to the build already. And then we'll probably put that scaffolding right back in place here in a moment, which is easier said than done because I just put the slabs there. That's the trouble with slabs, is you can't actually place scaffolding on top of them. But we can do this. So this ought to be good. And then if I go here, that just went to the other side, didn't it? There we go. I definitely like using scaffolding. I think it's good because it's a fairly cheap resource, and it comes down really quick. Places pretty easy so long as you understand how the mechanics of it work. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt, but that's okay. So if I put those there, and then let's see, how do I want to do this? Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so I'm definitely going to have to do something there, which I already knew. The point that I was trying to get to is, where did I want to put these? And I was thinking probably right up top here. So I'm going to have to put some blocks down and knock out my torch. Those are the wrong blocks. I want blackstone. And then I was thinking of either doing this or leaving one out in the middle, though I think I'm probably going to like this shape a little bit better. So we'll just go with that. And we'll go ahead and start building around this and work out the shape. I won't try and dialogue through this whole build because that's going to distract me and to slow me down, and this will end up being kind of a boring thing to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and continue working on this, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Alrighty, and this is what I came up with here. So I got some finishing touches I want to do on these pillar torches here. I think I'm going to use some warped trap doors on those. I don't think the crimson is going to look right with the blue flames, unless I wanted to swap those out for regular yellow flames, but then I've got the soul lanterns up there already. So the general idea here is I wanted to pull in the crying obsidian here, because I'm going to tie it into the rest of the system that I've got down here and all throughout the ship. Basically, this is going to be part of the lore that I have behind my ship, is this portal here, and kind of using this for my purposes. So I kind of like the looks of this portal, so I think for now this is what I'm going to keep it as, but I'm definitely going to try and do some trapdoors around that. So let me go gather those up. I do have enough wood at least to do those, and yeah, we'll see what those end up looking like. So I've just got all my supplies over here, so we're just going to go ahead and grab. Good thing it was made with planks. And then I think I needed 32 of those. So that's 20. So I need a few. I'm not going to do the math. Doing math while trying to talk and record. No, not going to happen. So we need 12. And I think that was it. Let me see. So 4, 8 times 4 is 32. No. We need 36 of those, I think, to do what I'm thinking. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And hopefully this ends up looking good. Otherwise, I've got a bunch of trapdoors that just probably aren't going to look right. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and did I get that? Cool. Oh, that's going to be tricky. Let's tell you what, we'll punch it out and be smart about this first. So we're going to go ahead and add all of these. Close those. And then we just need to add them here. Okay, and then we're going to place a block here so that we can do this one. All right, we'll go ahead and light that and see what that looks like. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure if I love it yet. Mostly because I think of the dark spot at the bottom. So where this has light, and then this is the soul soil, I'm not sure if I love how that shows through. I'll have to think about that and see if I can come up with something better. For now, I'm going to do it to the rest of them, and we'll try that out. And it'll either grow on us or I'll have to redo it. Either way is fine, though. I can always change things. So let's go ahead and get this one. And I guess what I can do is go ahead and work on these, and we'll come back when I'm done. All right, so we've got those in. We'll just leave those for now. I'll think about them later. Maybe replace them, maybe not. We'll see. Otherwise, I think that's going to do for this initial part of the portal. I might throw some filler blocks underneath, kind of make it look like I pulled a chunk of the netherrack, kind of like I pulled this from the ground of a broken portal in the overworld and then fixed it up. And this is probably slightly just a bit more elaborate than the ones that I've seen. I don't have the iron bars or anything that are normal, but I kind of like how this one looks. So we'll go with that. Then the other thing is, I was thinking I probably should just show you what I've done here. I've got copper surrounding my lava generators so that I can, just get some color down here to go with the reds, and of course all the grays, the endless amounts of grays. And then we're generating lots of lava. I've got this side completely full, still trying to make enough pointed dripstone to fill this one up. But that's okay. We made a basalt generator here, and there are mine carts hiding underneath. So when I mine those out, those get sucked down instantly and thrown into this chest. Then over here, I've got my stone generator, and depending on which pick I use, I'll either get stone or I'll get cobblestone. And this I made, the whole purpose of making this here initially was, one, so that I can have infinite fuel, and two, so that I can make this generator here so that I can get the stone that I need in order to make redstone components, so that I can make farms. And just generally, yeah, it was probably more work than I needed to do, but at the same time it was fun to do, and so I did that. And then I went ahead and threw in just a double smelter right here so that I can throw in what I want here, throw in filled lava buckets here to fuel them, and then they'll go ahead and smelt and throw all the blocks down here that I've smelted. So that's the general idea of that. And then the last thing that I made is I made 2 small pointed dripstone generators, and those, being as slow as they are, basically so long as I'm working in the area, they'll slowly make what I need, and that will hopefully eventually get me to where I need to be, everything filled up and generating all the lava. This is excessive. This is much more than I think I will need, but that means that I can use this in some of my other builds, which I know is funny to have lava on a ship that, at least the main component of it right now is wood, but hopefully we can keep it safe, and it'll make a lot of sense as I continue building this up. So that's going to do for now on today's building. So yeah, I'm going to work on gathering more resources, and then the next section I think I'm going to tackle is the back of the ship, which is going to be primarily warped stem, though I might see if I can mix in some prismarine to offset this shade all on its own, or I might mix in some other colors as well. We'll see how that goes. And then I also need to make the nether side of this portal in the proper coordinates on the nether roof, so that I can get to and from here quickly, which will eventually lead to the next farm that I need, the next major farm that I need to do, which is going to be getting the sheep from down there to up here, so that I can get all of that automated and start gathering a ton of wool, and might have to change some of the colors of the sheep so that I can get some variations. So yeah, that's it for now. So we will catch you next time, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.